Hello students, welcome to our channel Community Medicine Made Easy. Today we are going to say about demography. It is a pictorial method of teaching demography today. So demography is the study of human population. It focuses its attention. There are three things we normally see in demography: the change in the population size, the composition of the population, and the distribution of the population. What is demographic process? It is affected by 5 factors, that is fertility, mortality, marriage, migration and social mobility. Because of all these factors, the population size will increase or decrease. What is a demographic cycle? See, the demographic cycle is a common 5-mark question for you. It is composed of 5 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 and stage 5. If you see the pink line represents the birth rate. The blue line represents the death rate. So at the early part of the century, there was a high birth rate, high death rate. So this is stage 1. Stage 1 is otherwise called high stationary because it is high and stationary. Next, the second stage is called early expanding. See, here the death rate is starting to decline, but the birth rate is the same, whereas the death rate is starting to decline. So this is early expanding phase. And then the third stage, this is late expanding. Here the birth rate is also starting to decline, death rate is also declining. So this is late expanding. India is in this phase, that is in the third phase, late expanding phase. Now the fourth stage is low stationary. As we can see, there is low death rate, low birth rate, both are low. So this is low expanding, and this is a peculiar condition, fifth stage, where the birth rate is same but the death rate is starting to increase. So this is the declining phase. So what is declining here? The population is declining. Next slide shows how the world population increased over a period of time. How the world population increased, that is, it took so many billions of millions of years to reach 1 billion population, that is, it was attained only in the year 1800. Thereafter you see how the world population has increased. The second billion was reached only roughly in the year 1930. The second billion was reached. So it took 130 years for the population to double from first billion to second billion. And then how much time it took for the third billion to reach? If you see, it took only 30 years, because by the year 1960 approximately we reached the third billion. So the doubling time here is only 30 years. Thereafter, how the population is increased? If you see, every billion, 4 billion, every 1 billion increase is every 14 to 11 years. So between these time, the doubling happened. So this slide shows the world population trend. You see, the more developed countries, their population trend is always in the lower side, whereas the less developed and developing regions, the population trend is on the increasing trend. So this is what I was talking about, the doubling time. The doubling time, which was previously about 130 years, 60 years, later on came down to just 14 years. Later on came down to just 14 years here. The first doubling time, it took lot of years. Second doubling time, it took 60 years. Thereafter, the doubling time is only 14 years. So we need to compare the population in demographics. So we need to compare each and every population in different age group. So the age group is this is the age group. See, a developed country like France and a developing country like India, this is how the population pyramid is looking now. See, for France, the population of children is less, whereas you see the same 0 to 5 years, the France population is only this much, whereas India's population, if you see, so much high, the base is so broad. 5 to 10 years, again it is very broad in India, narrow in France. 10 to 15 years broad in India. Thereafter, the pyramid is narrowing for the middle age group. But in European country like France, you see this part is little bit wide compared to this part. But for us, India, this part is wide compared to all other age group. So here also there is some huge population in elderly age group, but here it is very less. That's why India has a very good potential to reach economic superpower, because of so many young people will enter this middle age in very soon. Whereas in France, they will face economic crisis because the middle age group will now move on to the elderly age group. The life expectancy has increased, so they will suffer from economic problem in the future. So this is what we learn from population pyramid. Now, the sex ratio is a very important question for you. The sex ratio is number of females per 1000 males here per 1000. So always the sex ratios, there is an imbalance in India. Only a few states like Kerala, they achieved the sex ratio of more than 1000 in female. Otherwise, most of the time the sex ratio is in imbalance, and male population is always higher compared to the female. So what is the dependency ratio? This is another important question for you. It is the ratio of number of young people plus elderly age group. You see here the young people and elderly age group. This is the ratio for all the people in the middle age. For example, the young people in the age group of 0 to 15 years and elderly who are above 65 years are in the numerator. In the denominator, we have people in the middle age group from 16 to 64 years. So this is the denominator. Next is population density. What is the population density? Number of people living per square kilometer. So if you see India is in red color, what it means is India has the highest population density in the world, because every square kilometer there are about 833 persons living. Next is family size. So what is the family size means? The total number of persons in a family is family size. In demography, it means the total number of children a woman has born at a point in time. So that is the family size, and the completed family size is the total number of children born by a woman during her childbearing age group, which is generally assumed to be between 15 and 45 years. Then next concept is migration. The urbanization and migration is a growing problem in most of the world countries, especially in developing countries like India. People tend to migrate from rural to urban area because of employment opportunity, better living condition, availability of social services like education, health, transport, entertainment. For all these facilities, they are coming to urban area. But because of urbanization, what will happen is the density will increase and the problems will increase more in the urban area compared to rural area. Next is the literacy and education level. The spread of literacy is associated with modernization, urbanization, industrialization, communication and commerce. So when do you say a person is literate? If he or she can read and write with understanding in any language. A person, so he has to read and he has to write. Only then we can say he is literate. If he is only able to read and not able to write, is not considered as literate. So next concept is life expectancy at birth. So the life expectancy at birth indicates the development of a country. You see the highest in the world is Japan, 84 is the life expectancy, Hong Kong 84. Most of these Chinese are having very good life expectancy compared to Indian public. The Australians are having 82, France 82. Like this, most of the developed countries of the world are having above 80 as their population life expectancy, whereas India the life expectancy is less. It is only 64 to 65. Now, what are the factors affecting the fertility? I already told the fertility is the actual bearing of the children. It is the age at marriage which affects the fertility. The duration of marriage life affects the fertility. The spacing of children, there should be minimum of 5 years spacing. At least there should be 3 years spacing between two children. So that determines the fertility. Education level of the mother will determine the fertility. The economic status of the mother and the family will determine the fertility. The caste and the religion determines the fertility. The nutrition also will determine the fertility of the family. And then other factors like mainly like family planning will affect the fertility. So what are the fertility related statistics? This is a essay question for you. So you have to write an introduction about fertility and what are the factors affecting fertility, and then you have to write all these formulas. It's very simple. Birth rate is the number of live birth per mid-year population. General fertility rate, number of live births per mid-year, only the denominator will change. Mid-year female population in the same area. Age specific fertility rate, here it is the number of live births in a woman for 2000 women in any specified age group, that is the most important here. That is why it's called age specific. And then total fertility rate is a very important indicator. Like women in each age group, reproductive age group, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, like that there are different age groups. So you multiply all this age specific fertility into 5, it will give you the total fertility rate. And this is gross reproductive rate and net reproductive rate. Right, about mainly about these 6 indicators. Next is family planning. So we will see this about family planning in the next video. So if you like this video, put a like button below, like our channel, Community Medicine Made Easy. Thank you.